Man, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is so perfect. Man, this is, oh my god, man, we tricked this guy like super hard. They invested their own card to kill their own creature, and it still died anyway. Like, and we are doing cards with the Overlord. This way they cannot protect it, so they keep the protection spell. Good job. Good job. Good job. Just expert Boros player on the play. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that completely dominated recent tournament, and this one ranked top 7, but wait, there were nearly 100 players in this one, so this was the only control deck in the whole top 16. The rest basically were all aggro decks of different kinds, so this one is a survivor, and today we will test it in best of 1, and I'll tell you, when I tell you the results, it might actually shock you, like I didn't expect this. So guys, let's go to the games. If you want to support the channel, become a member or check out the Patreon, you might like it. And with that being said, let's go to the games and see the deck in action. Alright, so our opponent is on the play, however we have enough interaction that we should make it work. Let's set up the Beanstalk so we can draw some of the extra cards. And yeah, we have the Maelstrom against Annex. Oh, Slasher is such a good hit for us. It's actually great for us. And you know what? I think we'll try to ambush them because they will probably try to go for the Bloodletter instant kill if they have it. They have triple black. Alright, alright. I could let it through. So they can actually try to kill it in response, but this will cut their turn in half, and this gives us extra turn basically, which we can use to play Overlord, try to draw into land and have 5 mana on the next turn. They can absolutely kill it, and I actually don't mind it. It's also not a removal that hits our face, and with Overlord I think we can keep killing it forever. Our opponent doesn't know that we have this kind of deck. Man, this is, oh my god, man, we tricked this guy like super hard. They invested their own card to kill their own creature, and it still died anyway. Like, and we are doing cards with the Overlord, so with this, I think the game is over. We also have the Pulse for the Annex. This is the only card that can save them right now. And even if they have it, we can just kill it. And as you can see, they cannot do anything. Oh, especially with this kind of draw. So we go with this. Because this is a little bit better, it ramps us instantly. Plotting this doesn't make too much sense. And I think with this they are losing the game. Yep, they can go for this. If we draw a land, we could kill it instantly. It's also a demon, so we need to, remember. However, thanks to this extra land, I think we can start making like some big plays. I wonder if they will go Annex now. No. Oh, this is really bad for them. I don't even need to play anything. Let's go Fountainport. All we need to do is keep playing Overlords, drawing cards with Up the Beanstalk and hitting enough removal so we can kill everything they do and play land every turn. And as you can see, it's super working. I'm not killing it right now because I want them to play a huge creature, so I can remove the huge creature first. Alright, this is the removal. 3 damage, perfect. Man, this Slasher play cost them the game. Like, this was a very risky play by them and we punished it like a champ. Alright, let's go. This, we can start plotting. I guess we don't need to plot, we just play it. And try to draw something that is very, very cool, like Vivien Reid. This also means, even if they play... They will also draw a card. Even if they play Annex, it instantly gets removed, so they need to kill Reid instantly, and we still get a creature probably. I could save it for later, but I don't care. As long as we take... Well, those were the cards I wanted to draw, but it's fine, we still get an extra card. And now our Overlords will start to transform, so they need 3-4 cards just to answer this board. And then we go harder. Yep, here we go, the first removal. Oh man, they need to pay... You know what? We are both making those plays, alright? Now I'm losing removal just to kill a creature, however I have infinite cards, so this actually helps us a ton. And Red Overlord is probably the best one. Man, they are really going hard, however we have 1 Vivien Reid, so the end is actually not a difference at all, except costing them full turn. But I have to say, they are fighting. This is such a weird build. You normally don't see a single the end, and they are playing more than one. it feels like they might playing 3 or 4, which is crazy. Alright, let's go with Mortuary and keep getting our Overlords. And here's the one. Here's the one. We can also make a fish token. So one way or the other, they are losing. We have 4 removal spells, so that means we can answer 4 of their next creatures. They are really resilient with this room. But that's the point. Mono Black always trades card for card. So if you get any kind of engine that draws extra cards, you just outvalue them sooner or later. I can remove it as well, it seems, which is fine. And I mean, let's go. We actually will just play full version. I should probably attack first, because there is a chance they would remove the fish, but I don't think we need to. Let's start dealing this damage and drawing those cards. That's why it was so important to get rid of the end, so I can draw this. Another one. Yeah, we have to sacrifice this one. Not a choice, but down to 4 cards and still getting damage. And yeah, let's go fish. You need to do a lot of work. If they target it, we can draw a card, of course. And another Overlord. But I have to say, they are fighting against those Overlords like a champ, but that's the problem. This is always a battle that they are destined to lose sooner or later. Like, look at the card difference, and we still have the Fountainport. And this actually deals more and more damage every turn. And they cannot remove this easily with card for card. They can target fish right now. Yep. So they will be wasting cards to answer 4 mana every turn until they have no cards. And we also have Cottage for the future. Go fish, you need to show them who is the boss here. Alright, this fish is absolutely deadly. Like, they know they will die to this, not to the Overlords. Like, they will literally scoop to this. Annex, here it comes, but they will get only 1 card. That's why those pulses are so important. And it also cost them life, so they basically paid 3 life to draw a card, which is good for them, but not what they are looking for. And now we can also attack with Cottage, which makes it even easier. And with this, they will never get the card advantage to fight our deck. And because they are tapped, we can attack with this and also make more fish. As you can see, Overlords are not the main threat of this. I want Exile Annex because we can deadly cover up. I think I will deadly cover up on the next turn for Annex, but I guess it doesn't matter. Like, they cannot do anything. So as you can see, if they refuse to leave the game, we can force them. Now they are waiting with removal for the Cottage, so we will just attack with the fish. And at some point they have to do the thing, you know? They have to do the thing. So Annex actually doesn't matter at all right now. Here's the Overlord, so let's swing. And they will probably start using removal, and I won't even draw cards, I will just make more fish of them. See? They realize that it's just so done. 2 damage, more. Oh, you can smell the fear of the fish. I tell you, this is the most deadly fish of Standard. By far. We make the Overlords, we draw 2 extra cards. And this is kind of what I was talking about. This deck is just inevitable. They can try to linger in the game, but the outcome is always the same. They will get overwhelmed, and Annex is the only reason they can keep playing the game. So if you keep removing it, it's just perfect. And creatures do not matter because of all the removal we have. And we could draw more cards, but we don't even want to. And here's another fish. Yep, they cannot handle the fish. They can handle the Overlords, Up the Beanstalk, removal, but not the Fish of Doom. So what do we go for? Let's go for the fast land, right? And then we'll see. We don't have basic, so this gives black and this gives red. And we actually don't need... Alright, it's the same card every single time. It's always the same card. It's crazy, man. We have to remove it right now. I think this is better because the hexproof thing still goes on the board, and this exile. So if the follow-up is the hero mouse, I mean, just you know, it is what it is, you know. So we could ramp, or we can try to instantly remove it. Then we can play Cottage into the over. I kinda like this play. We could also go Up the Beanstalk and take bazillion damage. And this is mono red, you know, they cannot pump it too much. I will try to get 2 for 1. Very risky, very greedy, but it has some potential. This alone doesn't do much, so we need to take This. Alright. Oh, to be absolutely honest, I probably should kill this. Because I just realized that my next play will be the Overlord. So it's better to exile it. This gives 2 extra damage to them. So my play was pretty bad, to be absolutely honest. But I got saved by a good draw. Because with this draw, it actually is the better play. Now we can up the Beanstalk and draw all the cards we want. So I made a misplay, but I was saved by good draw that actually filled the hole in my turn. And that was up the Beanstalk. It's actually really good because then we can start spamming Overlords very easily. And the Pulse is also a nice draw. It is a removal. No, wow, man, so many new options. So we can go for double strike and kill this, then go for the Pulse on this or the Overlord. I mean, this is kinda okay. So what you do is wait until they target, because then this 1 toughness trigger goes on stack, and if they pump it with anything else, they don't get this plus, which makes a difference in, you know, some pump spells. And also it dies, so, you know, it's kinda the same. So what do we go for? Yeah, we go Overlord. We also draw cards, which is super nice. So as you can see, oh, Vivien is really nice. This is an absolute win con. Like, one moment we set her up, we win the game. Let's play the tap land. And this is the first turn when our opponent actually can deal damage. Like, meaningful damage. But they should be out of creatures. You already removed 4 of them. Well, scrap that. And I'm actually pretty happy. This is the same name. Same name. Man, this is actually insane. Man, this goes for Offspring so hard. Alright. And this is the best way to use it, I think. And we can also Overlord and draw a card. Man, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is so perfect. Finally, a card that can match red value from, you know, aggro deck that wins on turn 3. Alright, more cards. This one is definitely not as impressive, but we have the Overlord, and soon we'll get the red one. So now we can deadly cover up. We are actually running low on removal, but we have cottages, so they will supply. Bro, like, imagine needing wincon. They just scoop moment they don't have creatures. Alright, on to the next mono red. Alright, we are going second with 0 removal. Let's go, let's go. Gandalf the Blanche cannot play mono red, right? Honestly, I had to Google it. I didn't know what it means. It's a cool one. So let's go with this one. And yeah, I mean, this is mono blue. So I'm still considering maybe they just had the double island, and maybe this should be a Azorius deck, honestly. Alright, we have green. We need to actually pay attention because we don't have much time. Very often this deck doesn't have the perfect opening. They need to, you know, dig for a few turns, and you need to absolutely set up like crazy in this time. Yep, see, this is the tap land, so they cannot reanimate it. So it is indeed an Azorius Oculus deck. And this is the last turn we'll get. Unfortunately, we'll probably get counterspelled as well. Alright. Interesting. I think we use this occasion to set up the over. I think it's still good. We won't get better occasion than this. We get impending, so at some point in the game it will actually make a little bit of difference. You know, trade for 1 mana spell, like into the Floodmaw. But that's best we can do. So let's prepare for the Oculus and let's try to find some deadly cover-ups and go around counter spells. Because that is what we have to do. This will hurt like crazy, man. I think we need up the Beanstalk into the Overlord. I think that's what we have to do. We could go Aclazotz, they will just bounce it. But wait, they went with this spell. Right? That means they either don't play into the Floodmaw or they don't have it. I think they might switch the card. So, there is a chance that if we play... well, it cannot trade against their 3-drop, right? I think we have to roll with this. We need to set up because we have to get a lot of mana to pay for stuff, and we need to hit Deadly Cover. That was literally the card I was trying to draw. So honestly, this is very good. We actually shouldn't draw it, but I just am trying to play to my outs. And we will have enough mana to pay too, if in case they have Phantom Interference. So like against Oculus, spot removal is like if you don't have it instantly, it doesn't work because they get so much value over time. So, especially if they get 2 triggers, like, you basically need to sweep the board for this. Deadly Cover-Up can be super important card. If we could evidence, it would be even better, but I'm not sure if we can. How did this end into the graveyard? Huh. Founding. Alright. I want them to tap. If they tap, that would be so nice. Into the Floodmaw. Alright, so they're going for chapter 1. That's fine, we are getting value every time, and this is actually a blocker. However, they still have 2 mana, which is my main concern. What is mana for? That's scary. I definitely want untap land for this turn. We need as much as possible. So I can Deadly Cover-Up and pay 2. I didn't see counter spells, however they can probably reanimate something soon, so it shouldn't make as much of a difference. I think we just go Up the Beanstalk into Aclazotz. Don't forget, every turn we are closer to flipping those Overlords. And it seems that they indeed have the counter spell. Oh, this is a nice draw, but I think we still go Aclazotz. This is something that is forcing removal, and we are at least draw a card. And it will be man, we actually have 2 cards that aren't lands in this whole hand. Like, I hope you enjoyed the extra value, because it's 0 value basically. Like, this is kind of fun always. You draw 4 extra cards, but they are lands, so we actually lose to guy that doesn't have a card though in the deck. But we have Aclazotz, we have something going on, and the cool part, we can always Aclazotz into the Oculus. This cannot really attack. Yeah, here's the bounce. Oh, this is actually even easier for them. Alright, 2 more lands, man. Those draws would be absolute disaster. Alright, but it's actually ramping us, so Aclazotz is probably the best creature that gets value when removed. So we have 2 blockers, we take 5 damage for sure, and they are going with those chapters. Alright, so they're playing this kind of version with the Fae. So they can tap creatures, we need to keep in mind that this is something that can happen. So one of them can be something that flips into bigger creatures, so we don't get the trade. This one. And let's go fish on the other one. We need to take the life when we can, because later they can bounce it probably. Alright, we hit something that was a land, so that's good. Only 2 cards. The chapter 3 is a huge problem. Alright, I think this might be... I would love to, you know... Oh, this is actually okay, right? I still want more mana. So we go for... Heart Migration is interesting. But if I discard it, I can get rid of all the Oculus from the whole deck. And so far, this is the only creature they have. I will go for this play. We also live gain, which is not bad. And we still have 2 extra mana. So let's go for black. Don't know why. And let's go for the evidence. Alright, if we can solve this, that might win us the game. The whole game we were preparing for this single play. Drawing card. Oh my god, it worked. Oh, one of them was it? Are you serious? Come on, man. The whole play was that they don't have different ones. Alright, it still has to be the Oculus, because this one forces a sweeper. Oh my god, they will just double play. Alright, alright. We'll fight it. How are you not playing 4 Oculus in the deck? That's the whole point of the whole deck. Oh, this build is wonky. Alright, alright. They are definitely cooking. I love this card, by the way. I never use it because it's not strong, but I love it. You know what? They can reanimate stuff, but on their turn, so this might give us a little bit of chance. Aclazotz will be tapped, so that's a problem. So if we get... I mean, we have to draw removal right now. That's it. We just need to keep drawing removal. If we draw 2 go for the throats, the game should be ours. I think they will recommission, and they will go for the Djinn, and play the Djinn, and that's it. They cannot get the discount, because you need to cast this one first. So they will be probably fully tapped, right? And they just roll with it. If we draw 2 removal spells, we win the game. Another land. I see. I see. Let's go with this, because we might be forced to do stuff. Not removal enough. Well. And that's game, right? Just not good at Magic. Man, we have 8 cards. But none of them is a removal, so you still lose. Look at all this extra value. Man, the fun fact, this guy actually outvalues us with basically 2 cards. Because I only have 1 card. And that's the power of the bad draws. Let's see if on top of our library there was a winning card that wins us the game. No. But it was way better than what we drew. We could at least cycle it. I can draw 1 more card, but then I cannot play anything. I forgot that we are making token with this one. Then we can Fountainport. So I should surveil it back, and there is a chance the next card was you get the idea. Alright, I guess it is what it is. Man, I think we really should win this game, but with 6 lands out of 7 cards, we need to go for the throats. Alright, we're going first, and that's it. I have removal, so that's all I need. I have all 3 colors of mana. I have removal for first turns and then Overlord to get a little bit of value. And man, I don't know what's going on today. I played basically only mono red whole day. Like, it's actually so crazy to me. I even played the wrong land, but it fortunately worked out, so yeah. Alright, so this is Boros deck, so they want to protect this hero. We do it now, right? This way they cannot protect it, so they keep the protection spell. Good job. Good job. Good job. Just expert Boros player on the play. Sorry, on the door. Oh, that's why this is... Oh my god, this is what you need to win in Standard. You just need one good removal and player that doesn't know what they're doing. Alright, we are going first, we have some removal and the Overlord. You know what, I'll take it. We have a little bit of everything. It should be good. We probably go for the red mana here. And our opponent is already like, what is going on? Mono red doesn't play this deck. Oh my god, this is another mono red? Man, is there anyone that plays anything except mono red? Oh my god, this is crazy. Do we already go for this? We can catch... If that's mono red, they cannot go around it. Yeah, I think we take this risk. This is a very greedy play by me. It can be punished with some of the cards, but first I don't even see if that's Boros. It isn't. Which means they are super reliant on pumping creatures. Cool. Full swing with 3 different creatures. The sign of a good mythic player. So we go on this one. So it gets exiled. This way we don't get the damage. And I think we need to... Oh, I really... Can we go with this one turn? I will go with it. Man, I'm playing ultra greedy, but I think we have to. If I had a land here, I would play completely differently. But without the land, we need to work toward 4 mana. Challenger and Monstrous Rage. Oh, Burst Lightning is way easier. Like, it pumps way less. So it's actually better for us. So our opponent basically just unloads their hand and see if that's enough. We could kill one of the creatures or keep... no, we won't double go for the throat on this turn. Oh, I made a mistake. I should kill it instantly. That was a big blunder. This will give them extra gas that they should never have. Oh my god, this guy just literally plays creatures the whole game and nothing more. They will pump something anyway. Burst Lightning, alright. Now you know why we had to go for double removal. Do you see the whole gameplay that we can make? We can basically compare our amount of removal against the amount of creatures they have, and we are already down to 3. No land, of course. Perfect. We have to go for the Overlord. We could go Aclazotz and win the game, but we are not good enough at Magic. Even with ramp from Overlord, we already missed anyway. So this is the turn when we die if they have good draw. They have a good draw, we die. I hope you enjoyed all of this amazing gameplay. Alright, we're going second with hand full of removal. That's what I want to see. I'm not really sure what color we should take. Probably we have double green. Man, we literally have to play triple... Okay, that will make it easier because we'll make this decision on turn 4. And our opponent is playing the same deck as always. Alright, cool. So we definitely want nowhere to run. So we open with Gorge, because this suggests a Gruul aggro, so they will play differently than if they see black core like Rakdos. Alright, here they come. I think we'll use nowhere to run later. But you know what? No, let's do it now. I mean, they can pump it. So the problem is that -3/-3 doesn't hit this if they give a +1/+1 with Pro is 4/4. So we either need to go for the... Yeah, I think we just go with this right now. Because even though it goes around hexproof, it is stat-based removal. So if they pump it too hard, it's basically the same as hexproof. We want to kill it, not just make it, weaker. Our opponent will keep playing 2 drops until one of us whiffs. Oh man, well, that would be great. Let's go with this one, and now we can actually try to do stuff. And I'm slowly learning what is the passive for this card. I will probably misplay anyway. This has been the bane of my plays since day one. Alright, they want to draw those cards. I think we're going with go for the pro then. So they will get this one card. However, if they don't hit the right one, it's wasted, and they already invested 2 cards into this. So I wonder if they will go harder than this. I expect they have the hexproofing probably, so they will keep this mana. That's it. 6 damage. I think this is enough for removal. I think this should be good enough. We also have this as a removal and nowhere to run. Man, I can see how this deck performs so well. Like, you just literally kill every creature. Let's go for black mana, because we need double black for deadly cover-ups. We are not there yet, but we can with Heart Migration. So we will probably live game and keep removing everything. Oh, already out of creatures? Bro, way too weak, way too weak. So we have enough red and green. Honestly, I will go for black mana because it's the coolest ones. And we can also deadly cover up into nowhere to run at some point. I mean, bring it on! My hand is ready. Moment we hit Overlord, the game is over, they have no hexproof. Like, you don't even need a win con. Your win con is them not attacking you for 2 turns and they will just scoop instantly. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's games, and man, I don't know what happened today, but there was absolute infestation of ladder with mono red. Just every game it was just this mountain on the play. It was crazy. However, you want to know how the deck performed, what was the win rate, all of this cool stuff, and we will talk about it after we thank our amazing patrons that allow all of us to enjoy content like this and test those decks in the, rough environment of Best of One. So really thank you guys, appreciate it, and I hope you are having fun watching content every day. And about the deck, well, I was actually legit shocked, but not in the way you might think. I actually deranked with this deck like absolute madman. Man, I was hovering below 30% win rate. It got slaughtered, absolutely slaughtered. Obviously you can sideboard, you have Pyroclasms, you have Duresses, so you can try to make it a little bit better. I tried to play the original version, which, as we know, for tournament environment is always best of 3, so you kinda go a little bit higher on curve, because you will not only face aggro decks. I mean, at least in theory, because looking at the results, oh man, there were a lot of aggro. And honestly, I was super surprised, because when I looked at this deck, it's like, look at this, 6 removal, then it's 3, then we have the Pulse, then we have life gain from Heart Migration, and we have this Up the Beanstalk into Overlord engine, and the red Overlord is also a removal, and then we have deadly cover-ups, and then we have Aclazotz with the lifelink. Like, I really expected deck to perform very well. I honestly hoped for like more than 50% win rate, but I kept it in check, so 50% was like the go-to. And oh my god, it went completely different. So in my opinion, and I think I played the deck correctly, like most of the time I just couldn't draw removal. There's something clunky about the deck for Best of One. It's hard to give why this feeling is there. I think most of the reason is that you always go like 1 for 1, you don't have any ways of buffering, and those Overlords are a little bit slow very often, and they, impending after the game is over, or kinda, like it's already decided who wins because you are so far behind. And yeah, honestly, it's not what I expected, but this is the result I got. So in my opinion, not recommended to try this deck in Best of One ladder. It probably will derank you as well. I made some misplays, maybe 1 or 2 games were lost because of this, but generally like I it just felt like I don't have enough answers. Every time I just like one or two removal. You've seen that against Oculus deck, like if you don't draw Deadly Cover Up, you cannot do much. And your cards are a little bit weaker than your opponents. They have Genes, Oculus, all of those cards take over the game, and you just have a 6/5. And I don't know, there's this feeling about this deck that it's hard to pinpoint, but after playing with it, it feels clunky and a little bit slower than you need to for best of one. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the honest review, and yeah, you might not want to craft this unless you want to go for best of one, best of three, sorry. However, the best of three sideboard, I usually don't talk about sideboard, but this one is so fire. Like, you can go for Forges after the first game, and notice there's literally 0 artifacts, so after first game, everyone will sideboard out all the disenchant and artifact removal. You have quite a lot of enchantments, but other than this, for artifacts, you have nothing. And then they need to hit the Forge somehow, which will end the game. One the end, one robbery, all of those answers are so unique. So I really like the sideboard. You even have one Nissa to make it so awkward, because like you have Vivien Reid, and then you can go even higher with Nissa. And the Pyroclasm, of course. So yeah, a little bit of everything. I like the sideboard, but well, not useful for best of one. So guys, I hope you appreciated. This one was a weird one for me, so yeah, it went how it went. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.